Pain. Pain. Nobody wants to exercise. Nobody wants to change their diet until they have a heart attack. Nobody wants to do things differently. I'll stop drinking and driving if I ever get in an accident. Something bad happens. Some of you just need that kind of drama before you pay attention or think about the potential risks. But are you going to drive your car drunk with your kid in your car? Are you going to willfully go out and get yourself in a position where you can get drunk, knowing that you're going to drive your own child around with you? If you're sane, you would never make that decision. But if you're by yourself, you don't have any accountability to anyone. You're going to do what many people do. They get out and get inebriated, self-medicating themselves because they hate their life. They've made their choices in life and they're too lazy to change. Hey, it is what it is. And you go and you drive drunk. You might get lucky. You might get home safely one time. You might not. I have family members that are gone now because of drunk drivers. But those life choices have painful consequences, and they are the most impactful learning experiences. You never learn anything by wins. You never learn anything by the sweet, sweet savor of profit. It's always taught in drawdown. It's always learned in loss. That's why suffering is permitted. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Your best learning comes from getting your finger burnt when you touch that pot. Your parent told you, don't touch that, it's hot. What's that mean? Oh, yeah, now you know. Now you know. Welcome to fuck around and find out. Population increased by 1. That's the reason why suffering exists. And you should not be hateful or spiteful when you have losing trades, because there are opportunities for you to improve. You're in drawdown. I counseled someone that sent a tweet. I'm so disgusted with myself. I lost 50% of my account in the last few days trying to do something, this and that and the other thing. Well, what's the rule around here? We don't piss and moan. Pissing and moaning are for failures. You want to be a failure? Do that. Because all your attention, your energy, and time is being devoted to something that's not going to yield any fruit to you at all except for rot. Embrace it. So you know what? I don't have it figured out yet. I'm not discouraged. I am excited. I'm excited how I'm going to take these piles of shit that I just simply wait around and let them calcify and become hard, and I'll use them like a fucking stepping stone, and I'm going up. I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to wait around in this shit. I'm going to just sit still. And that shit will harden up. Then step on top of it. Just like cement, it'll carry you to a higher plateau. You can always buy new fucking shoes later on when you can afford it. Right now, it is what it is. Everything is temporary, folks. Everything. And success, if you allow it to be, it too can be temporary. You don't want temporary success. You want to have a life experience where you have so many milestones that you can look back on and say, at the time when I was walking into this and it was happening to me and I was feeling the pain and the struggle, I felt like it was the end. I had to quit. But something inside me said, you know what? This is a learning opportunity. It's just like a bad day at work. You still got bills to fucking pay. Suck it up, buttercup. You got somebody that's depending on you. You don't have a child? Okay. You do. It's your future self. Are you trading with your future self in mind? Because you probably aren't. You're recklessly gambling. You're trying to do Mickey Mouse shit. And then bitching about, well, you're getting cartoon results. That's what you're doing. You're out here looking at people trying to be icons in the industry, and they're all comic strips. They're comic strips. They're fucking cartoon figures, okay? These people have no wisdom. They have no experience in being successful long term. But they're going to be your source. You're going to draw from them like a well, and the water's tainted. They're lying to you. They're giving you piss poor advice, and they're giving you the image routine, hoping that that'll distract you long enough so you can keep them getting paid. I want to see what you all do. I want to see how you live, whose lives you impact, what you do with it once you're there. I enjoy doing this, but I have the latter part of my life to sit back and observe what my students do with this. How do you live your life? Do you live your life like an asshole? Are you a pillar in the global community where you're not trying to be all about you? Are you making an investment in other people's lives? Are you impacting other people's lives in a positive way? That's why I'm doing this. I know all the things I have in this world is bountiful. I'm blessed. I'm absolutely blessed, Father. I'm so thankful that you favored me undeservingly. I did not deserve any of these things. I did not deserve to be chosen to have this understanding. And many times I fall on my face as an advocate for him because I don't have the ability to control myself sometimes. But I don't think that he chose me foolishly. He knows my heart. He knows my intentions. And when I talk to you this way, in a manner, in a capacity that is not yielding anything monetarily to me, it's not giving me anything except for peace of mind knowing that I've instilled in you experience, wisdom, life experience that unless you go through these painful events, you may not be of the mindset that see it as a learning experience. It could be the ticket out of here and you don't ever want to do it again. That wasn't for me. I took lots of breaks and I called it quitting. But there's a lot of wrong ways to do this stuff. And it's always packaged as the easier shortcut. There is no shortcut. There's no way around the hard, one step in front of the other journey. There's a lot of wolves out there that are wearing sheep's clothing. They look gentle. They look approachable. I want to go over there and pet that sheep. This person over here, real quiet. The only thing negative to say, they're always positive. Buy my course, buy my bullshit. Are they really what you think they are, or are they a wolf? I don't know. That's for you to determine and decide and experience on your own. Throughout this life, I've been a lamb. I've been one of those little pigs, and I've jumped from one thing to the next. And I live in a house of bricks now. It's rooted in my faith in the Creator who obviously made this accessible to me. Because if he didn't want me to have it, I wouldn't have it. I would fail in front of all of you. And I wouldn't have anybody doing anything with the transferable knowledge that I've made available to all of you. And I know what my reward is because I live my life through helping all of you. It's not always easy being out here in front of you like this where I'm unfiltered. Many times, and today's not one of them though, but many times I've cringed at my presentation, and some of you like those the most. I don't like them. They're embarrassments to me. But I did very, very my best. I did my best today. to try to stay on focus and try not to go off the rails. I did a few times, but I was able to pull back in. I wanted to do a whole lot more, believe me. But I think there was an audience that heard what they needed to hear today. It may not be for all of you, but it's okay. And like I said, Alex, he inspired this one today with his comment about how he wanted to lose. And that's self-punishment. And I want you to think about that in closing. I want you to think about how if you're in the trade, if you're about to take the trade, and you know that you should be somewhere else doing something else, don't trade. Because your mind is not going to be on following price action. You're not going to be following the institutional order flow. You're not going to be checking continuously if the signatures are supporting your trade idea. You're going to be thinking about, I wish I'd have done this. I better take care of this. As soon as this trade's done, I'm going to go do that very thing. But right now I got this to worry about. And then all of a sudden your subconscious rises up and says, you know what? You need to learn some humility today. And you allow it. You invite it. And you encourage it. Knowing at that very moment that you know that you have lost the plot. You know that that trade is next to 100% going against you. It's not going to pan out. But what do? You stay with it. You stay with it. You're applying the mindset that you should subscribe to when you are following your rules and your model. You're applying it there. See how the miswiring in your head is? It's self-inflicted. You need to elevate the purpose behind why you're trading a specific model that you trust, that you've seen the fruits of it by backtesting. Does it really exist? Some of you don't believe it. You just hear me say it, and if I say it, then it must be the truth. And I'd always challenge all of you, don't believe what I say. Go into the charts and see it for yourself. Because once you see it, no one, not anyone, is going to be able to convince you otherwise. And that is strength. That's not just confidence. That is strength. That's power. You can tap into that anytime. No one can strip that away from you. No one can take it from you. No one can rewrite it. They can't discount it. They can't replace it with some other Mickey Mouse horse shit, indicator-based horse shit that doesn't make any fucking money long term. Gimmicks. We don't have them here. You have to find your purpose for following that model. And when you know what it is, the same way that you can hold on to a losing trade and have the conviction to hold on to it, come hell or high water, I don't give a shit what these fuckers do. Market maker this, bitch. I'm not getting out. How about that? Oh yeah? You going for my stop? Fuck you. I'm taking it off. I'm going to show you. Well done. Well done. 35% drawdown. Well done. Nobody could have done better than you. Man, look at that. No one's doing it like you. Yeah. What happens if you really listen? What happens if you really, really listen and you put some measure of accountability on yourself? Now, I'm not talking about stressing yourself out. I'm talking about real accountability where you're doing things for the purpose of not only in bettering yourself, but something outside yourself. It's easy to find that. Go out and find somebody that is in need of something. You want to learn how to trade really, really good? Find someone that you're going to invest 30%. Yeah, 30% after taxes. You're going to invest in them to acquire something for them. But don't let them know about it. That doesn't build entitlement mindset in them. And when you have it together for them, you bless them with it. You have no idea what that feels like. That sense of purpose, that sense of accomplishment, it feels so much better than just you making money in trades. It doesn't make any difference. It makes no difference at all. None. When you compare it to this. I was making over $560,000 a week when I was doing my mentorship. That shit don't feel like nothing compared to going out and buying someone their groceries when we're in the grocery store. You can see, you read them, their face. They don't have the money to pay for that stuff right now. And you watch them as you're walking through. I'm like a shark going through the aisles. And I'm looking for that person. Every time I'm there, I'm always looking for that person. Somebody in there, I'm going to read them. And their face, you can see on there, they're talking to themselves, whispering. They see the sticker price on something. Box of baking soda. This is what most recently happened. A box of baking soda. Folks, think about that. That's nothing. That is nothing. Cigarettes cost more than that stuff. This woman picks it up, looks at the price and shakes her head and puts it back. Now, I don't know what she's wanting to buy that baking soda for. Is it something she really needs? Is she making cookies with it? Is she trying to refresh her refrigerator with it? Is she trying to clean a stovetop with lemon juice with it? I don't know. But when they are going up to the register, I'm trying to get myself in a position where I'm ready to be right behind them. That's the purpose. It's not because I'm going there to get milk and bread and all that other stuff, main staple. That's not why I'm there. I'm there to show up just at the right time to be an encouragement to them. That's what I'm doing. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to take my reward from the times I'm doing it. I'm trying to encourage you to do something like this. And tell me what it feels like afterwards. Because it feels freaking great. When you're right behind her and she's up there and she's got her card. You know what I'm talking about. And she's got her head down and she's putting her little pin in. Being looked at by everybody, judging her. Look at you, drain on society. Folks, I grew up on welfare. I grew up on it. My family, I didn't have a lot of money. I know what it's like to have that kind of stuff and need it. And then you come up behind them and you whisper to the cashier, don't let her pay for it. And they cancel the transaction. And then you place that box of baking soda, the biggest box that's on the shelf. And you say, don't worry, it's covered. And they turn around and they start crying. And they look around like it can't be happening. If you try to succeed to make more for yourself, that's all it'll ever be. And you'll never be satisfied. No amount of money is. But even the smallest insignificant amount of money that you help someone with at the time when they don't even expect it ever to happen. And you walk into their life right at that moment. You're like an angel to them. You don't think that the Father's going to give you a reward for that? Everything I have down here is nothing. It's nothing. It's all loss compared to what I'm trying to get later on when I'm not in this flesh. If you do conduct your life like this and you try to reach other people's hearts, encourage them, I'm not saying turn them into traitors. I didn't say, hey, look, go to my YouTube channel. That didn't happen. But these people are at their wits' end. They can't make ends meet. What is she doing without that day? What is she trying to put off? Oh, I don't need that so-and-so. I can afford it right now. And when they grab a hold of you and they squeeze you and thank you, they don't know who you are, but they're so thankful that you stepped in their life at that very moment. Let me tell you something. That right there, you tap into that and you want to be successful for things like that, there is no limit. There is no fear because you're going to trade differently. You're going to think about things differently because it's not your money. It's not your money then. You'll be a better steward with it. You'll live a purpose-driven life. And those moments, those last forever. Those moments, she's going to go home She's going to tell her husband, hey, you ain't going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. I saw how much baking soda was. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't justify spending that much on it. I put it back on the shelf. And this guy comes out of nowhere, pays for the groceries I have in here, and puts a bigger box of baking soda up there and says, it's covered. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. I would love to be a part of that moment where they share that testimony. And the Lord empowered you, me, whoever else that does these types of things gets all the glory. You're spending it wisely. So I want you to think like that.